Hey everybody, Coach Mike Greenberg here. What I wanted to talk to you about today is going to be building your sphere. How can we make day-to-day activities so we can add to our network? So we're going to run through a couple of different scenarios right now of how we would add people into our network. And remember, like we said before, network is just people that know you and that you know them, but mostly people that would say that they know you and that are seeing what you're doing. They're following your journey. So for example, let's say that my to-do list today involves going to the grocery store, going out to lunch, picking up my son from daycare, and maybe getting gas. Okay, so obviously we would start our day out, since we're not going out to dinner, we would have some sort of wear and share. Right now we're wearing our 9-star Diamond Coach jacket. So that this is what I would have on. A lot of times Jennifer will have on her elite jacket, or she'll have on a Pio shirt. And we would head out to the grocery store. During this time we would walk. We'd never really be in a hurry for anything. We would walk. We'd go through our events, meaning we'd have our list, getting our almond milk, getting our drinks, getting our food. And you'll notice that the majority of the things that are in our cart are going to be on the healthier side, unless I put something in the cart. So during this time, we're in there, and a lot of times what we'll do, this actually, when you're in your healthy choice aisle, you're going to maybe see other people in this aisle. This is a good price to find your first person for the day. So for example, let's say I'm looking at an item and there's somebody next to me and they're looking at an item. 9 times out of 10, I will use this as an opportunity to ask about that item that they picked up. All right, let's say that they picked up like a box of multigrain bars. I would use that opportunity immediately to say, hey, I've been looking at those. What do you think about those? They would say either they've never tried them or that they like them, their family uses them every day. These are going to be things that I can start that process. Oh wow, we like to use the Kind bars. I also don't know if you've ever heard of P90X, but we use P90X bars. They're great in protein. Oh yeah, I've heard of P90X. That's awesome. That's actually what me and my wife here, we do for a living. We're actually health and fitness coaches with a company called Beachbody. You know, the company that does P90X, Insanity, 21-Day Fix, and all these new programs. Oh yeah, I've heard of this. And see, now I'm talking to them. Now I've got them, I'm interested in their product, I've expressed interest in what they're doing, and now I've added in there, hey, and then we'll say, well, I use this, and it's not a long drawn out conversation. Remember, they're there to shop. So immediately, what Jennifer would do, she'd be like, oh, that's great. Hey, by the way, are you on Facebook? Yeah, I'm on Facebook. And we'll get out our phone and we'll say, what's your name? I'll look you up on Facebook. People love that. We already showed we're kind. They're kind. We're already getting together. We've got a little bit of a connection. We're in the healthy food aisle. And they'll never have had somebody not give us their Facebook information if they say they're on Facebook. We look it up. We say, is this you? Yeah, that's me. All right, cool. I just added in I just sent you a friend request. Oh, awesome. 9.5 to 10 out of 10 times, they're going to accept that friend request. Now I've gotten somebody, I've added that person to my network. Now we've moved on. Now I've checked out. Maybe I'll have another interaction with somebody that's behind me or in front of me at the aisle. Maybe I'll have an interaction with the checkout person. They may check out something. Even if I see them look at one of my items, I'll ask them, hey, you ever tried this? No, I've never tried this. Or yeah, I've tried this, or even if they've not, let's say, I picked up these Kind bars, I thought I'd give them a try. Me and my wife, we like to do healthy options. They're going to say something, unless they're just like antisocial and they just nod at you, which is kind of odd, and you probably don't want them on your team anyways. So now I've gotten a chance to meet this person, and let's say I don't get their Facebook information. Let's say I just give them a card. Ask them to reach out to me. Hey, this is what I do for a living. Hand them the card. Maybe they'll find me on Facebook. A lot of times that they do. If not, this person's a cashier at the grocery store that I normally go to. I now remember Kathy is someone I've spoken to in the past. So the next time I check out at this grocery store, I may just walk down the line and see if I can find Kathy again. I'll immediately remember her, and from the start that I walk up to her, I can be like, hey Kathy, how are you doing? Remember we met last week, I bought those Kind bars. Now we're even that much closer. At this point, I would probably say, hey, you on Facebook? And get their Facebook information. Is this you? Cool. And then move right on. And then that's it. I want to form people on my terms, not on theirs. I don't want to, a lot of times what people say when we're adding people in their network is we want you to go all the way from the hello to the link to the challenge pack. I don't want you to do this. I want you to think back on my video that I did. I'm going to post the link here maybe that says how you form people and how you plant your seeds. Now remember, the seeds that you're planting today are not going to harvest today. Sometimes they might, but you've got to continue to plant seeds every day. So all I'm doing with Kathy is planting some seeds, and then I'm going back and I'm watering them. I've planted a seed, I'm watering my crops. And that's what I'm doing. And so maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a month, maybe 2 months from now, I can add her into my network as a coach. Or as a discount member. So that's what I'm doing today. I know it may sound corny and unnatural, but all I'm doing is meeting people. Now, okay, I've left the grocery store. Now we're gonna go to lunch. Almost always do we get our servers' information and add them on Facebook because we're talking to them. Think about it. If we're out at lunch, other people are at work. So I'm out here at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday with me and my wife enjoying soup and salad. I want them to know what I do, right? I want them to know, hey, this is what me and my wife do. Because of my secondary income or because of my hobby job, I'm able to do these things. That's so important. Remember the training from the CD. I know that I'm able to help people into my network, and I want to tell people my story. All I want to do is tell my story. I want to tell this guy why we're out here at his restaurant at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday. That's what I want to do. I want to tell him what we're doing. I want to share with him. And then I want to offer to invite him on Facebook or maybe offer him to a coach webinar. We are at the point in our business where we are doing probably 2 coach opportunities a month, if not more. So there's always going to be a coach opportunity for you to invite them. Hey, here's a link. Maybe that link that I send out that's got them to register, have that with you. Have a couple of those in your pocket. Say, hey, I've got a coach webinar. I've got an opportunity webinar that's coming up next Friday. It explains what I do. I don't know if you'd be interested or not, but I'd love for you to listen to my story. That's it. Or maybe if they say, oh wow, I always say I work with Team Beachbody, you know, the company that's P90X and Insanity. Yeah, that's awesome. It's too hard. I have it. I have a burned copy. I have an eBay copy. Whatever it is, my next step is I want them to watch the video on what I'm doing. Hey, let me ask you a question. If I were to send you an 8-minute video, would you watch it? If it explained what I would do, sure, of course I would, or maybe I wouldn't. Most of the time they're going to say yes. Get their email address and send it to them. Have it ready on your phone. I believe you can send it right from your phone. Have that link ready. Say, boom, I sent it to you. A lot of times when people are in these social, you got to remember, these people are meeting people every day. Servers, bartenders, waiters, waitresses. These people are all in customer service. Number one, they're probably going to be friendly with you and at least pacify you, which is great. Maybe they don't buy anything, but they're going to pacify you to help build your confidence up to share your story. Okay, so that's why we make sure that we tell every server our story, because they're going to listen to us, right? They want a tip. Even if they don't have any intentions of buying, they want to hear our story. So you may be watching this and maybe one of our servers. I'm so excited to have you here. We've already signed up a couple of them. I love the fact that you're in an industry that is always meeting new people. You guys are exactly who we're looking for. But the rest of us that aren't in that industry, we need to be looking for them. So do not miss this opportunity. So now I've met the person at the grocery store. Now I've met the person at lunch. Now I'm going to move on. I'm going to go pick up my son from school or from daycare, and I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to try to stop and talk to the person at the front desk. Don't walk past people. If there's someone sitting there, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, this weather, it's crazy, right? Start a conversation. Oh, I've got to pick up my son. I've got to hurry up and get him picked up. I still got to go home and do my workout. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I just started 21 Day Fix Extreme. It just came out this month. Have you ever heard of it? No, I've never heard of it. Yeah, it's done by this company, Team Beachbody. You know, the company that does P90X and Insanity and all those programs. They also do these. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've actually done the 21 Day Fix. I had amazing results. Lost 8 pounds in 21 days, and I really got to learn about nutrition. And I'm just so excited. So, oh, that's what, and then depending on where that goes, and maybe it doesn't go anywhere that day. All right, well, I'll talk to you later. I'm going to go get him so I can get home and get this workout banged out. Boom, leave it at that. You've planted a seed, and now you've given it, when you go talk to them the next day, you've made it that much easier. And a lot of times it'll go further than that. Hey, you on Facebook? Is this you? It becomes so much a regular part of how we do things, it becomes second nature. So now, by the time I get home, before I've even started to do my social media invites, before I started to introduce complete strangers, I should have already met for this day 3 people out. Have I signed a coach? No. Have I done anything like that? No. I've just met 3 new people. And that's what the goal is. So the purpose of this training is to get you to think like a networker. What is a networker? A person that goes out and meets people for a living. That is what you do. What you are networking is to bring people to Team Beachbody. You know, the company that does P90X and Insanity. But your job title is network marketer. That's what you are. Okay, so a lot of times we get confused. We want to bring people into our network. We want to bring people into our network so that we can expand our network. Because as soon as we get them into our network, now we're into their network. And then into their people's network, and so on and so forth. And that's how it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you get a team like ours that has almost 6,000 people on it at the time of this video. That's exciting. That's what network marketing is, and that's what we're going to do here. Guys, have a great day. Post a takeaway below.